Okay, I've taken about several takes at this point, and you know what? I'm just gonna go for it this time because I'm getting tired of interruptions. As you can see, there's tags and microchips everywhere. I've been working on this for a while now. I think I started this project nearly a month ago. There's all these different things that do all these different functions. I had it all connected up above. Long story short, it's like basically all the effects and different physics stuff and all that noise. For the whole moveset, I've completed the moveset. I ended up not doing a third update video sooner because I was spending so much time on this moveset. And granted, I've been working on this at a somewhat leisurely pace until the last few days when I kind of just went rampant with all the stuff I've been adding. There's all these moves that revolve around certain buttons that do different things. The names may seem familiar to you if you're reading them right now. Of course, there's stuff for ball forming, and there's the stuff for just moving normally. Since it kind of gives the availability to do all that stuff all in one control scheme. Anyway, just let's go. Okay, first things first, I want to address some things. I've been working on this for feels like almost a month now. I've been adding a whole lot of stuff, making some fine tweakings, tunings, all that to kind of just get everything to work just right. And even that's a bit of an oversight. So yeah, I know the difference. See all that stuff there, all the things I've been adding. So I'm just gonna get to the moveset right away. You have the spin jump. You can even double jump with it. Tricky thing is that if you let go of the jump button, you actually stop spinning. So you actually have to hold it down for the rolling to keep going for the entire jump. I figured it'd be a nice touch, but I could change it if it doesn't work out. Out of the way. It also works in ball form, of course. It's per usual. The ball form you activate with R2, in case you're wondering. With it, you pretty much can roll down slopes and the like, as per usual Sonic fare. You can't control left and right with it, just like the Genesis games did back in the day. However, you can, under certain circumstances, different moves. Specific moves. So I'm just gonna cover that right away. Right, so first up, the L1 stuff, since that's pretty important for getting out here. Or I could just wall jump. Convenient. I do have it programmed so that you don't cling onto it the whole way down. You actually have to jump where you just fall off for a bit. It's kind of like the boost games, I guess. Alright, now L1, I should probably just get this right away. Use the L1 button to dash. Works both on the ground and in the air. Basically a jump dash times. You could get across certain gaps even with it, instead of just jumping. You could hold it down in order to maintain a certain amount of speed, and once you hold on for long enough, you enter boost mode. I guess in a way it's supposed to be a peel out, more or less. And boost mode is signified by the after images. Well, more like just a motion blur, because I can't be bothered to be putting a bunch of Sonic cutouts. Of course, it also works well in ball form. You deactivate it. special move with the using the dash and ball form is that due to the way it works, it could work on both the ground and the air. I basically kind of just have it as a makeshift replacement for both the homing attack and the drop dash at the same time. Since, you know, it's like you roll L1, just dash right into whatever you're facing, like so. And since you can use it freely on both the ground and the air, it pretty much makes it pointless to put in a homing attack or a drop dash. So there you go, that's one thing taken care of. Right, circle moves. You're just gonna read right now. You got the stomp, of course, fire slide. There's the bounce when in ball form, as well as the fire somersault, so you could do like a chain combo. There's a little Advanced 1 reference right there for you, if you know it. You know, the rolling, then the slide, then the jump. Anyone? No? Speaking of which, fire slide was Advanced 3, the fire somersault is Adventure 2. Just get that out the way. Bounce was also Adventure 2, Stomp was more of a boost game thing. Now, I'm gonna get this out of the way right now. Let's just run up here. Now, there's a move from Sonic Lost World called the Flying Kick. Try doing it without a target, you kind of just flail about in the air. But if you do have a target, get a powerful kick, you launching enemies into each other, different objects into stuff, all kinds of things like that. There's also the ground variant, which was originally a move from Sonic Battle, the Sonic Flare. So they added the flashy effects, kind of look up fancy. Look at that, using the physics to get past that slope and such. That's pretty cool. So yeah, Sonic Flare, really good for doing some damage to enemies as well as being able to launch objects. Well, of course, I also adjusted Fire Slide to be able to affect these things as well. Depending on your angle, of course. Like, if you do it right when you're next to it, that's when you really, like, get some momentum going for it. You just slide into it gradually, it's kind of more of a gradual thing. It's a lot less. A lot less intensity. Now, speaking of which, all those moves, like both of those moves I was with the L2 button. Other moves you could do with the L2 button, however, would be climbing on walls like the Pink Wisp in Sonic Colors. However, I figured instead of using a wisp, let's bring back something from a canceled game called Sonic Extreme. And that's where you get this spin slash. Since Sonic Extreme was canceled, this move never really got used in a proper game. At most, you probably see it be referenced in like the Archie Sonic comics, which are now canceled. So that's rather unfortunate. But hey, I brought it back here. Now it has a purpose. You could climb walls with it. And even some ceilings. Yeah. Even works on slopes. Of course, it's a lot slower than if you just spin dashed up the place. Speaking of spin dashing, I charge up the peel out all the way, get the fancy stars effect, lasts for 1 second, and you're invulnerable during that time. It's called the Strike Dash. It was originally from Sonic Triple Trouble. I figured I'd bring it back. Be a good way to charge up speed without having to go into ball form. So I figured, yeah, let's just throw in the iframes. And there we go. It's kind of glitching out there. Something about the floor. See, it's like right, just like that. Boom. Instant boost mode speeds. Of course, you could also charge up the spin dash, get boost mode speeds as well. However, there's something else special that you can do. Of course, there's the light speed attack. You charge up the spin dash all the way until you kind of get this glow, and just launches off at incredible speed. I'm going to be programming that to have so that it instant kills enemies that passes by. This trade-off is that you have to spend so much time charging it up. Now, see, that's everything with L1 and L2. So let's move on to triangle. Right, there's this move you can do where you can do a quick flip, like a kickflip move. It's a sonic updraft. You hit enemies with it, it will launch them into the air. Kind of set them up for a combo. You probably like follow it up by doing some other moves to hit them, and do like a spin jump, or you want to do a dash attack. And you follow it up with like this thing. Yeah, the air variant, the move from Sonic Lost World 3DS. I would call it the wind slash. Apparently it's called somersault kick. That makes no sense. I mean, it's literally just he makes like a wind blade and hits him with it. Like, why just have, and it just only stuns. Like, why have it stun? Just have it do an all-out attack. You don't have to be going like over the top, like One Piece, where you like chop an entire building with it. But you gotta do something. I mean, dude does wind powers. Do something cool with the wind powers. It also works it's like the one ranged attack he has. So that gives him something, since it's like some ranged moves. Now, right, another thing. Let's see if I got everything right. The jumping moves, right? The spin slash, which is like, oh, right. There we go. Insta shield. If you try to do a spin slash vault in the air, you end up doing an insta shield instead. Nice. Granted, it looks a bit different from usual, but there's either I designed it to look like Sonic 3 or Sonic Advance, and I guess I was trying to go for Sonic Advance, but I ended up just reusing assets from the spin slash, so I don't know, maybe I'll change it eventually. Now let's see, I think that's everything except the usual move that I need to go into play mode for. Oh, right, one more thing. The rolling triangle move. That was another move from Sonic Battle. It's called the Sonic Wave. Basically, the way it works is that it looks like you're charging up a roll, but in actuality you're sending up a shock wave with the roll. There's also do it in the air. At that point it's called a Sonic Storm. I don't know why to give it a separate name when it's basically the same move. Sonic Wave, Sonic Storm. That's something. Normally Sonic Storm's supposed to go at that downward angle towards the floor, but nuts, man. I've already been working on this for long enough. I was just really trying to get all the moves down and done. Speaking of which, still one more particular move that I've been hinting at this whole video with this trail of rings. We're just gonna get into play mode real quick so I can actually activate it. Right, man. This took a while. It's like kind of just went all in for this past week. That's why I wasn't posting any videos before. So without further ado, just showing this one last move, the ring dash. Now, a tricky thing here is that if you only tap R1, you're not really going to get very far. So you got to hold it down to get the full effect. Now the reason why I programmed it like that is because I figured that you could do a bit more with the level design that way. Have it so that you don't have to ring dash all the way through in order to reach some shortcuts and stuff. Maybe there's an extra route you could reach by like letting go your ring dash part way, because sometimes you'd be ring dashing over some vast distances. You probably use it, maybe get some interesting level design out of it, I don't know, something. That being said, I figured I'd just throw in this hoverboard as a bit of a shout out to Sonic Riders. Doing all these tricks with it though kinda got me wondering if I should probably implement a trick system to that skateboarding level I made before. So yeah, that's pretty much the entire moveset, I think. Even slide kick and boost mode. Ain't that fun? Of course, Sonic Flare is gonna end up slowing you down, so if you try using that in boost mode, you're pretty much a good way to just slow yourself down right away. You have to stop to use it. You may notice that I can only really kick the red marker on this one. The other ones actually just have a tag that deactivates the ball form automatically. I'm basically experimenting before I get proper enemies in. That being said, that's more or less everything. So until next time, when hopefully I'll have even more stuff done, maybe actually make a level for once. Since all this time, for nearly a month, I've been working almost purely on just controls and visual effects to go along with the moves. Well, some audio effects. Gonna give it some flair. So yeah, that's everything. You can spin, jump, bounce, crouch, stomp, slide, jump, dash, peel out, strike dash, yep. Light speed, boost, speed up. Oh, right. I didn't implement a Sonic boost move because, well, you can just roll while in boost mode. So it'd be kind of redundant, you know? Like, look at this. Like, you could charge up your strike dash, run real fast, get a roll out, and boom. It's almost as if the boost never left. It's almost as if you already got the boost. Because the strike dash is already invincible for like that first set of frames. Like that literal first second. And with the ball form, it's like it might as well be the boost when you're rolling while in boost mode. So that's why I didn't add a boost. Pretty much similar to how I had the dash instead of a homing attack or drop dash. That being said, like if you like this video, well, you pretty much know the process. I ain't gonna treat you like you're stupid. Everyone knows how it works by now. I'll be willing to share this control scheme, because why not? It's like, it's LittleBigPlanet, that's the point. You share stuff, with everyone. You make new content with each other and all that good stuff. So, of course, you want to leave a comment about that, of course, do that as well. I'll be working on this and maybe do another update video next week. And by then, I'll probably do a bit more in terms of maybe just tweaking some moves in terms of output, maybe lessen the intensity of some things, some other stuff, actually have some legit enemies to actually fight, and maybe even actually start making a proper level. Who knows? So that's all I got. See you around.